got a bit of a system that's making its way here into the Northland. It is right now off to the west, but it's already going to be bringing some storm action as we're seeing it this morning. Here's that band right now, a storm making its way through. It has started to dissipate all the wind damage coming in North Dakota, but look down here, just to the south of Aiken. So right now going through Aiken and right there, Farm Island, going its way up to the northeast. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in place, so we can see damaging winds, which means winds up to 60 miles per hour. So it's not going to be like a really damaging, like it's not getting 70, 80 miles per hour damaging winds, but they are damaging winds regardless, so we need to be taking this seriously as it continues to move through. Hopefully it starts to dissipate here soon so it doesn't cause too much problems as we go through the morning. But if you're looking here now as we continue to go forward, we're going to have a bit of a break once we start to head into the afternoon. But look at here, you'll notice right there, we're going to see action pick up as we get into the evening hours. And then as we get to the overnight, this is where we're going to see the more widespread rain as the cold front moves through. We're going to have a storm complex roll on through. It's going to be moving it to the east as we go into the overnight hours going into our Saturday. And when it comes to the severe risk, well, we do have one. We have a slight risk for much of the Northland for today, becoming marginalized as you go further east. And again, this is going to shift eastward with the UP and eastern parts of northwest Wisconsin. See a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. And when it comes to those threats, overall it's going to be damaging winds. You'll see here that's probably the biggest threat. Though some large hail will also be possible. And notice right here, our flooding risk is also going to be up as well. In fact, if we look at the excessive rainfall outlook for today, we do have a slight risk for mainly on the Minnesota side. The rest of us under that marginal risk. And as we start to pull forward into our Saturday, we can also see that a good amount of us, especially as you go to northwest Wisconsin and the UP, are going to be seeing that marginal risk. So we can see some flooding to keep in mind along with the other severe threats. And I mentioned in the afternoon, a bit of a break. We're going to have that sunlight and it's going to allow the heat to build up. 80s and 90s for those highs. And we look at the dew points getting into the 70s as well. It is going to be a very muggy one. This is going to allow the heat index to really swell. We're going to see probably moderate to major impacts from the heat today. And we're going to see the heat indices getting to the 90s, even low triple digits, which is why we do have these heat advisories in place. This might expand possibly if we get more sunlight than expected this afternoon. So we're going to keep in mind that all of this should be prepared to be staying cool and staying hydrated as we're going to be feeling that heat. And you'll notice here, that low pressure system is going to continue moving off to the northeast. We're going to enter the dry slot of this system. As we said, go later Saturday going into Sunday. That's going to allow us to have sunshine for Sunday. However, overall, over the next 6 to 10 days, we do expect there to be above average precipitation. So the rain chances are going to stick around. And the warmth is going to want to stick around too. We are going to cool down a bit compared to today, but we are going to be on the warmer side of seasonal. And if we look at our 7-day forecast, so just be ready for the heat for today and the storms going into the weekend. And as we start getting into next week, you'll notice some of the rain chances want to stick around as well as some of that warmth.